Curious Viking is going all out for this, seeing all out on this one, but DC go too far, but this is already been. The link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. So let's get into this section in 3, 2, 1. Like,
Has to be the outtake. 45-minute outtake of you trying to get a piece of pie out of it.
I wanted to be perfect! Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Kids are back at school. Just so good for them. Start of a new term. Super excited for them. So we had a little pep talk on the way to school today. Let's just make sure as we go into this last term, no late assignments, no getting behind. Let's just make sure we stay on task and we get everything done. Anyways, to which they were like, we know, Mom. I was like, well, I wouldn't be doing my motherly duties if I didn't just remind you guys to just make it awesome. They are off at school today, which is funny because it's going to be a short little break before I have to go back to the school and have a meeting for a fundraiser. We're working on that today. Today is a special day. Today is Pi Day. If you didn't know, March 14th is Pi Day. Pi is in the mathematical number 3.14 blankety blank 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 blank. I don't know the rest of it. I only know the part that involves me eating some sort of pie. Today I am making two different pies. I'm making a homemade
comment down below if you like pie. Comment down below.
Creamy chicken pie for dinner. I love, love, love. There's this company called Crust Club in Utah. They make the most delicious corn chowder chicken pot pie. Basically like chowder inside of a pie crust. It is so good. And they took it off of their regular menu. Every time I see it, I'll buy a couple. We eat them and wait for the next time. Check their menu. They don't have it. And I was like, well, fine. I'm gonna have to recreate my own. I love it. I've never made a chicken pot pie of any kind before. Don't love all the typical vegetables that go into a chicken pot pie. So I decided to find a recipe that was close enough to what I wanted. So this one has chicken, potatoes, corn. You can even throw in some bacon and carrots. Like, it's super simple. Really, really good. So excited. I'm gonna make that a little bit later, but first, life is short. Start with dessert, right? I am going to be making an Oreo cream pie. Got out all the things this morning
Oreo
before
cream
the kids
pie.
went to school. So I'm ready to bake everything. It has a homemade crust and everything. So I think it's gonna be really good. I hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful day. It's actually the warmest day I think that I've known of. I think it's supposed to be like 48 to 50 degrees today, which is awesome.
Wow.
The old back of the measuring cup trick.
Yeah, it's like a charm.
All the hacks. Can't even tell you how excited I am for this dessert menu. In fact, if Pie Day has one redeeming quality, it would be this dessert pie.
I feel like I'm using too small of a pie crust if you really want to know.
Just make sure a thicker, chunkier crust.
I just don't know how all of this is gonna fit in that pie crust. It's my only.
How it's gonna fit in my belly.
In my belly.
I think it looks really good.
It looks amazing.
Like really, really good. Because it's made with
wow.
heavy whipping cream instead of milk. I mean, so then we're gonna put this over the crust. And then later on, I'm gonna make, I'm assuming it's like the Oreo filling layer. It's heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, and vanilla.
Wait, that goes in addition
On
to
top.
So then you plan on gaining at least 3.14 pounds. This is the great feat. This is some of that mathematical wizardry, the miracle of science.
You say I'm smart?
I'm not going
Because
there,
I'm
but
not.
trying to get all
I'm
of
not.
that filling to go inside of this pie crust.
I
That
feel
will
like
be a
it's gonna
modern
be.
mathematical
I
marvel.
think I could have made two pies. Problem is I don't have enough Oreos to make a second crust.
Oreo.
Or,
Oreo.
what is that from?
I'm gonna look it up. I think it's Wreck-It Ralph.
Oreo.
And the Oreos are like marching, saying Oreo.
Oreo.
I think.
Oreo.
Oreos marching.
Maybe what I'll do, Brandon just had the suggestion to make like little
It's a twofer.
individual Oreo cups.
He says he's been asking for this mythical Oreo cup dessert at the end of every meal. She's like, and then for dessert we're having Oreo dirt cups. And Mindy's like, wait,
I'm like,
what?
are these dirt cups you speak
Well,
of?
I know what they are, but they take some advance notice and preparation. You can't just decide to have that once the meal's
You can't
over.
just whip them out.
Right before bed.
But that's like a lot.
That's a lot left over.
Especially because
And that is chock
I have to
full.
put another layer on there of whipped cream.
Mindy. I think that's a great. I mean, holy
Get in
cow,
my
it's
belly.
So much left over.
It's so much. And then if
Another
they...
pie. You sure you didn't do like 2 pies? Did you double this recipe? That is so much left over.
Says it serves 10. I don't know.
5 slices
I mean,
of.
if you're gonna screw up, this is the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'd much rather have too much than too little.
I just don't want them having those after school today because then they won't be excited about this.
No.
So
Just,
maybe I'll put it in a separate container and make them tomorrow. You've said there's magical fairies that come and clean after you make a mess.
Yes,
Is that
but
what
it
you've told me?
only happens at night. The trick is you have to go to bed, you wake up, mess is gone. So you will have to.
Sometimes when you leave and then you come home, that
has happened to me before.
But,
yeah.
and I'm about to leave, but you're
let's
not
see.
leaving with me.
Let's see if it happens. Mom, this is one of 2 pies you are throwing down today. That's pie number 1, starting with dessert because life is short, so start with dessert,
Oh my
people.
gosh, are you being serious? That's exactly what I said.
Oh man,
Were you listening?
I'm gonna go change and match you right now.
Good luck. You've got nothing of these colors.
I could
And
go
you
rip
guys,
some pants.
Does anyone recognize this? You probably don't. Let's take you back 4 years ago. Went to
One of
Hawaii.
the greatest places we've
Why
been
you-
Haleiwa.
Haleiwa. This is from Matsumoto's.
Yes.
Great shave
We
ice.
probably went there 6 times in the span of 3 days.
Oh, good.
Pie number 1 done. Second pie gonna have to wait till later this afternoon.
You can make it ahead of time, but then you just have to reheat it. Yeah.
Cook it fresh. Mom pulling double duty today. Cooking up a storm, getting some pies ready for Pie Day. Delicious savory pie, chicken pot pie style. And then of course the epic, incredible, soon to be legendary Oreo cream pie. But in the meantime, there are things going on around the house and at the kids' school. So she has a fundraising meeting that she had to go to. I was actually supposed to join her for that. We had a little house meeting, kind of impromptu here at the house about some house things going down. I needed to stay behind for, but now I'm gonna go to the school. She's staying after for a follow-up meeting for Ryler's student council participation in next year's student council, while I take 2 boys to tumbling and the Ravelli kids home so that Stephanie can stay, so that one of her kids can get involved in student council as well. And I'm gonna run the boys to tumbling, and then I think it should wrap up around the same time Ryler and Mom's meeting at the school, boys tumbling, and Hazy's dance, and we'll be back here together to celebrate some Pie Day. We're not into math, but we definitely love to eat, so we go big on Pie Day.
Go big or go home.
The labor of love intensifies and continues. Mom is now moving on to pie number 2.
This is like the
This one has a little bit more to it.
work.
We got double pots and pans going. We got a roux going over there. I know a good roux when I see one.
I just taught Brandon what a roux was. You tell.
Brew it up. Brew the day. I rule this world.
So dumb.
I like yours better though. Not a kanga.
Not a kanga, just a roux.
This is what? Not a shepherd's pie. A chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
Not as gross.
With puff. That's gross. With a puff pastry pie crust.
Not as good with my left hand, Brandon. This is tricky.
This is some dedication here. This is Mom going all out for the Pie Day. I told them earlier. We're
I
not
think it's
necessarily
actually, I'm going all in.
all in. Okay.
So going all out.
You're going
What
all
is
out.
the phrase? You could do both.
You're all in when you're very invested.
All in.
When you go all out, you like pull out all the stops. You do all of the things.
You know what? I'm in and out right now.
I'd love In and Out. Should we just grab this whole thing and go get in?
I like
I
eating
told
that.
them earlier, it's not that we're like really into math, but we are into pie and we are into eating. That's why suddenly this has become such a big day in the
I
house.
know.
I don't really know why this turned into such a big deal.
Also, comment down below if you want me to try eating that. Because I never tried eating that. So, comment down below if you want me to try eating that. Comment down below.
I don't think it's any reason to be alarmed, but it kind of scared me. The power just flickered. That's not happened yet here before, and I was like, it just startled me. I sound like such a wuss. Internet immediately went out. Oven turned off, which I have dinner in. It was just like, what happened? We have a big storm coming. Big rainstorm coming. Brandon's out here shoveling something, he said.
Be one
It's
some.
gonna be weird. What you doing?
Hey, just exciting to see
Just shoveling snow in the rain?
the rest of the driveway. I was like, maybe I can break up some of this ice.
It's coming. When we first had snow, it was like all pretty. Turned into ugly snow really fast because it got windy and rainy. And Brandon shoveled clean white snow over the dirty, ugly snow. It's like, Brandon, we've turned into weirdos. Now he is out here shoveling the old snow, trying to get rid of it, right?
Yeah, because I just feel like this is our shot. Maybe this is our opportunity.
This rainstorm is supposed to be pretty massive, hoping we don't have any flooding.
Seen the neighbors out checking all the little pumps and hoses.
I know. We've got permanent pumps placed inside certain window wells. Think we're gonna be okay?
Yeah.
B. Oh my gosh. What are you doing?
I just think, I feel like it's gonna take a long time
He's
to melt.
gone mad,
I'm
folks.
just trying to expedite the process by spreading it out across the yard so that it can melt. I used to really make fun of people in my mind, not to their face, when I saw them shoveling their yard. I was like, dude, just let it melt. Like, it's not that big a deal.
We're over it.
I'm so done though. I see a window and I'm gonna take it. I want this gone.
Put it on here. You're spreading it softly. Good job. Okay, great.
Yeah,
great. Oh my
I'm
gosh,
being
there's
gentle.
people coming. We are so embarrassing. Oh my god.
Literally.
I'm fertilizing it with some.
He is gone mad.
You go mud. The
So
Popeye
I can't
look
have you
good.
leave, bro. I need your official testament on this one. We just finished up the chicken pot pie, which I have to say I had very low expectations for reaction on. I knew it would taste phenomenal. I knew that it took a lot of work.
It's a little bit more of like a mature taste with all like the herbies in there. And
But I don't think kids like chicken pot pie in general. And then the homemade, handcrafted version of that is usually even more on the mature palate side. They devoured it. They have half of a slice of a sliver left in the entire thing. They ate every last bite. Insides, crust.
I was impressed.
Vegetables.
Kirby is usually
Even
Kirby is probably the hardest kid to please as far as any meal
I think
goes.
we've detailed this, so I don't think we're letting any cat out of the bag here. He doesn't eat anything. He has a very difficult time enjoying meals. He likes snacks throughout the day, but does not like to sit down and eat a meal.
He's a typical kid.
He ate the entire
He like
plate.
showed me a clean
Inside
plate.
and out.
Oh,
Ryder
wow.
ate the entire thing. Braxton ate the entire thing. Hazy ate the entire thing. And I wonder if it had something to do, Mom,
With love?
okay, yeah, sure. With this. They knew that this dessert was on the line. Pie number 2. On Pie Day, an Oreo dessert pie. Hazy is just finishing off the topping that was left over. Mom just made the last piece of it, some fresh topping to go on top. We're about to serve it up. So glad I was recording on that. Shutting down this Pie Day, watching The Life of Pi. Just kidding, we're not really, but that would be... I gotta throw this out there. Adam Ravelli had the phenomenal idea. He's like, dude, Fast and Furious 10 is about to come out. I say we catch up, even though we've seen them all multiple times.
I'll watch the first and second one.
1 through 9 here in the Bingham Theater.
1 through 9.
Is it so? I actually will tell you this straight up. Throughout the suggestion, I was like, I think we could actually get Mindy behind a few of them.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can get her to
love
watch
the
all of them, but a
first
few of them.
couple. Some of them got kind of weird.
Bad news. We're gonna start with number 5. I think we're gonna watch a handful of them. We don't have a lot of time and a lot of free nights,
all right.
but as many nights as we have, we're gonna add them up, look at the calendar, and then watch them in anticipation preparation for the 10th one coming out.
Seems exciting.
It's all about family in the Fast and Furious world. That's what we're all about here in the
Yeah.
Bingham Theater. So it seems like it was the appropriate place to do that. But tonight, closing it down, watch a little movie as a family. Mom, we went all out today. Literally went above and beyond
Tired.
for no real reason at all, other than
No,
that it's 3.14 day.
Pie Day.
So
Just Pie Day. Just
apparently
me, I think.
we do. Thank you for that delicious dinner and dessert. Time for a fun movie.
We love you. Thanks for hanging. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Mom's taking 20 minutes to scoop over here. I'm running out of SD card space. Have to do the outtake. 45-minute outtake of you trying to get a piece of pie out of it.
I wanted to be perfect.
There was going OR for this, 7 OR on this one, but this is go 2-4, but this is already been the link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. And drop a like if you like. And comment down below if you want to see more reactions like this one. And subscribe if you're new. And click the bell to be notified when the below. Bye.